have a Fox 54 weather impact alert. Thanks for joining Fox 54 News at 6. I'm Kenesha Dees. We're going to keep our eyes on the sky this evening ahead of tomorrow being a Fox 54 weather impact alert day. Earlier today, we did see some scattered showers, but from the looks of this on Governor's Drive, it doesn't even look like we had any rain come down. The sky has opened up. We see a little cloud cover, but we also got some heat relief. Let's bring in Fox 54 Weather Impact Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. Jordan, we do have a Fox 54 Weather Impact alert ahead of tomorrow, but what is tonight looking like?
Yeah, for the most part, the rest of the night's actually going to be quite nice. Now, today was a little bit different compared to what we've seen over the last couple of days. We only had really one small band of showers and thunderstorms push through the Tennessee Valley earlier this afternoon. Now, that did come with a couple of different severe thunderstorm warnings, but it got out of here very quickly, quick enough that the sunshine was able to return. You saw that there, Governor's Drive, 431, and it's actually proving to be a very nice evening. Maybe a little bit of light rain hanging out up across southern Middle Tennessee, far northwest Alabama, but that's about it. And for the most part, we are going to stay dry through the rest of the evening, but a passing shower will be possible as we head into the overnight. Temperatures currently sitting in the mid and upper 80s across the Tennessee Valley. It is going to be warm. It is going to be humid over the next several hours, so take note of that if you are going to be going out this evening. Still sitting at 80 degrees. By the time we get to 9 p.m. And then, like Kenesha said, Saturday, going to be a Fox 54 weather impact alert day, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Strong, more widespread showers and thunderstorms are going to be possible. We'll talk about that in great detail here in just a few minutes.
Some honking heroes in Madison are stepping up to help out after a flurry of pushback saved their geese from culling just last month. By cleaning up the goose droppings daily, they say they're called to duty. The group is made up of residents from the Edgewater subdivision, shown right here, where hundreds of geese remain today on the banks of Lady Ann Lake. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo shows us what they're doing to step up.
After the Edgewater Homeowners Association ultimately decided to keep their geese around, residents around the lake formed a group to work whenever they can to clean up and manage the flock. According to volunteers with Save the Edgewater Geese, that's around-the-clock care. Organizer Jack Hollum made specialty tools and goes out every morning before work to scoop up the geese droppings. And working alone at first, he's since gathered about 17 volunteers to help him with the management. In addition to twice daily cleanings, the group agreed to look for long-term, humane solutions that they say protect both the wildlife and the neighborhood. That gives them a full year to help the HOA board find maintenance plans while they continue to do their part to pick up. And according to the volunteers, it's a critical job to keep residents and the geese happy and healthy.
I really appreciate the board of directors here working with us and allowing us this time to get through this, the issues that they were concerned with the geese, and I'm really looking forward to being able for our group to prove ourselves that we were able to find a solution that did not involve killing wildlife. This lake was here long before the community was, and so was the wildlife. And we appreciate hearing them fly in and out, living on along the lake where we are, and we love it, every bit of it.
Not all stories have a happy ending, but residents at Edgewater say they don't mind a little bit of cleanup to keep their geese around for at least another year. In Madison, I'm Caleb Aguayo, Fox 54 News.
The group is active on Facebook, regularly posting updates and thanking the subdivision for seeking alternative methods to manage the goose population. We've learned tonight 2 North Alabama men are headed to prison after pleading guilty to first-degree human trafficking charges tied to the Limestone County Sheriff's Office Millstone project. Eduardo Thomas received a 15-year sentence and Anthony Green was sentenced to 2 decades in prison. Both must register as sex offenders for life. The Millstone project launched in 2024 to investigate and prevent child exploitation. Since then, it has led to 50 arrests and now 3 successful prosecutions. A Huntsville man faces felony charges after police say he led officers on a chase in a U-Haul before crashing into a home. And here's the extent of that damage. Authorities say officers were responding to a possible burglary around 2:30 this morning when officers found the U-Haul truck near a vacant home on Mary Oaks Drive. Investigators say Melvin Baker, pictured here, drove away, cut through a yard, then crashed into a front porch on Countess Street after missing a turn. Police say he also hit a patrol car and another unoccupied car before officers arrested him. No one was hurt, and Baker now faces felony attempting to elude and meth possession. The 3rd suspect in the case of missing Huntsville realtor Ronald Dumas Jr. is set to appear in court July 22nd. Dumas was last seen December 15, 2024 at Mid-City Liquor in Huntsville with 2 women. Here's surveillance video capturing those moments. He was reported missing just days later, and his car was later found abandoned on I-40 near Memphis. Teray McLaurin was wanted as a suspect in Dumas' disappearance and had a warrant for a charge of kidnapping. U.S. Marshals arrested him in Michigan last month. He will appear in a Madison County court for a preliminary hearing at 9:30 a.m. again on the 22nd. McLaurin is one of 5 suspects in the disappearance of Dumas, along with Kiara Clark and Quaterius White, who are both in police custody. A Colbert County woman convicted in one of the state's largest animal cruelty cases has lost another appeal. The State Court of Criminal Appeals denied Deborah Catledge's request for a rehearing, leaving her 2024 convictions and sentence in place after the court already upheld the case in March. Catledge was convicted on 37 animal cruelty-related charges after investigators found dozens of neglected animals, including 28 dead horses, on her property in Cherokee in 2023. She argued evidence should have been excluded because the search warrant was improperly requested, but the courts ruled investigators acted correctly by relying on a warrant approved by a judge. Catledge is serving a 9-year prison sentence, followed by 21 years of probation, and is banned from owning animals. Fox 54 was the first to tell you about issues at the Harvest Post Office impacting local residents. And after a statement from USPS telling us yesterday that packages were secure despite being left outside, we went back to check. Here are the packages earlier today. They were left outside during a thunderstorm that came through Harvest. Fox 54 spoke with one resident who tells us she wants to see a solution in place.
I understand that it's a small post office. I understand that they're probably short on help, but you don't know what's in those packages, okay? It could be something that cannot get wet or should not get wet. I know I've seen the post office make the comment of, oh, well, those packages are always being monitored. Number one, I don't think there's someone out in that parking lot looking at those packages. Number two, how do you monitor it and keep it dry?
And she says that mail service has been a problem at her house for a year. A state lawmaker is accusing a former prison healthcare provider, Yes Care, of fraud after the company filed bankruptcy just weeks after losing its billion-dollar contract with the Alabama Department of Corrections. During a legislative committee meeting, Representative Chris England says the company appeared to have deceived the state and employees who went without pay after missing a May payroll. Corrections officials say they're still investigating and looking at legal options to recover money tied to the contract. The committee also delayed approval of a proposed legal contract with the law firm Butler Snow after England questioned the firm's role and raised concerns over its past use of AI in court filings involving prison litigation. We've got a couple Fox 54 traffic impact alerts for you. Getting through Madison will take some planning over the next 2 weeks. College Street closed to traffic during daytime hours until the 24th as crews install a new water main. The road will partially reopen in the evenings when construction stops to help maintain local access. You're encouraged to use alternate routes during the day and use caution as you near work zones. Expect daytime lane closures on State Road 227 in Gunnersville next week. Crews are working to widen part of the shoulder. Crews with Guardian Retention Systems and AlDOT will start on the project Monday and finish it by Friday the 17th. Expect lane closures between Gerald Bryant Drive and Short Creek beginning at 7:30, running until 6:30 in the evening. The $243,000 project will help improve guardrail placement along the curves of the road. Be on the lookout during your drive for flaggers and pilots as they direct traffic through the work zone. Cleaning up Alabama's roads is costing taxpayers even more this year. The Alabama Department of Transportation says it spent more than $9 million removing litter statewide during fiscal year 2025, up from $9.4 the year before. AlDOT says roadside trash is illegal, creates safety hazards, clogs storm drains, and takes money away from road and bridge improvements. The agency urges drivers to properly dispose of trash, secure loads, and consider volunteering through programs like Adopt a Mile to help keep state roads clean.
At the end of the day, that's all we want. We just want to know. We just want to know.
Parents demanding answers after the death of their teenage son. His body found days later after the 4th of July and was last seen with friends in Mississippi. The latest on this investigation next. Back here in the Tennessee Valley, the Huntsville Havoc put their pucks and hockey sticks down to support kids ahead of the new school year. Look at how you can help the team's school supply drive ahead. family of a Mississippi teen whose body was found after he was reported missing on the 4th of July is pleading for information. Nolan Wells was found after a boat trip with friends. Now it's sparking speculation and a debate over race relations. CNN's Lee Waldman has the latest.
At the end of the day, that's all we want. We just want to know. We just want to know what happened and why our baby didn't come home.
Grieving parents Christine and Elmore Wansley are desperate to know what happened to their son, 18-year-old Nolan Wells. After a boat trip to a popular barrier island off of Mississippi's Gulf Coast on the 4th of July, his friends returned home, but Wells stayed behind.
I don't know why he would. We always taught him to, if you go with a group, you stay with a group.
Wells, a football player at a local community college, was reported missing on the night of the 4th. His body was found the morning of the 6th. The Jackson County coroner told CNN there was no immediate signs of physical injury, and the sheriff released a statement that no foul play was suspected.
We refuse to sweep it under the rug. We refuse to just let Nolan Wells' death be in vain.
Wells' family hired attorney Ben Crump amid concerns over how a racially charged investigation could be handled. Ocean Springs, where the Wells family lives, is nearly 79% white, according to the latest U.S. Census.
The history of Mississippi is something that they don't just read about in books, but it's a lived experience for many Black Americans.
Crump pointed to contradictions in several witness statements and the fact that Wells' friends had his phone. He says Wells' body has been flown to Washington, D.C. for an independent autopsy. I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
An independent autopsy has been requested by the family as the investigation continues into the 18-year-old's death. Coming up back here in the Tennessee Valley, it's that time. The work week has ended. Now it's time to get into some fun. We have a list of what's happening this weekend. Next with Jordan, tomorrow is also a FOX54 weather impact alert day.
Yeah, we're talking about some stronger thunderstorms as we head into your Saturday, and that coverage could be a little more widespread compared to what we've seen over the last couple of days. We'll discuss it in a few minutes.
We're County 911. What's the address of your emergency room? Okay, your wife is in a bar. You said she's unresponsive.
This is what he's going to tell you. How to get out of that situation.
And I grabbed the gun.
Trying to find the first place to put a body.
No, sir. The only thing they could do was kill him.
You want to say anything? We, the jury, and to find the defendant.
Summer is here in the Tennessee Valley, and that means the Huntsville Havoc are off the ice, but that doesn't mean they aren't out in the community. The Havoc are currently hosting a back-to-school backpack drive, partnering with Kids to Love to help children when school begins next month. For Havoc Game Day host Clay Freak Daddy Coleman, it's exciting to see Havoc fans step up in a short period of time to help kids in North Alabama.
I think a lot of people in this community have been blessed and fortunate. I think if you just take yourself out of the situation you're in and say, well, what if you didn't have family? What if you didn't have that support? What if you didn't have that and you're blessed financially? A lot of people are blessed more than most here, and it's just really good to see people that realize that and then also take time to realize that there's other people that just didn't get the same path that we've been given.
Yeah, and if you want to donate, drop backpacks off with or without school supplies at the Havoc Team store at the VBC. This time we're taking a look from Decatur. It's also quiet out there. We do see some cloud cover, but we did see some showers, some storms earlier today.
We did. We saw a thin little band of showers and thunderstorms. It was all but a minor inconvenience to your afternoon. Hopefully, it didn't scare folks away from participating in their evening plans, because overall I think it's going to be a nice evening. Are you ready for the weekend?
I am ready. I was just going to ask you, I mean, what we experienced today, it's not quite the end of it, right?
No, definitely not the end of it. As a matter of fact, the coverage is only going to increase as we head into the weekend. That's why we have a FOX54 weather impact alert day as we head into your Saturday. But I digress. I jump ahead of myself. We'll get to that information in just a second. Radar relatively quiet this evening, picking up on just a couple of light showers down there in Franklin County over in northwest Alabama. Other than that, we are dry, and I'm confident that we're probably going to stay dry through the rest of the evening. Maybe not so much as we head into the overnight, but probably dry through the rest of the evening. So if you have any evening plans, go outside, enjoy them. It's going to be warm and humid, but it's going to be quiet. FOX54 weather impact alert day, mostly 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Saturday. We're talking about some stronger thunderstorms, but that's not even necessarily the concern. We've seen some stronger thunderstorms the last several days. We saw some stronger thunderstorms today. We even had a couple of different severe thunderstorm warnings, but the coverage is going to be a little bit greater as we head into your Saturday, and I want you to be mindful of that. There's a number of different outdoor events going on this weekend. Kanisha's going to talk about those here in just a little bit. So if you're going to attend one of those, or if you have any other plans that are outdoors, I want you to be mindful of the fact, be alert to the fact that showers and thunderstorms are going to be a little more widespread, have multiple ways to receive your severe weather alerts, and have a backup plan in case you have to deal with a little bit of rain. We're not going to be talking about any tornadoes as we head into your Saturday. That's not even a thing in the realm of possibility. It's really hard to get tornadic activity in the month of July across the Tennessee Valley. This is not the spring, but we could get a little bit of heavy rain, we could get a little bit of hail, and we could get some gusty winds as we head into Saturday afternoon and Saturday evening. But even this activity is not going to be prolonged, very similar to what we've seen over the last several days. We get some stronger thunderstorms, a severe thunderstorm warning maybe in place for 15 or 20 minutes, maybe a half hour, 45 minutes at the most, but then storms tend to weaken and then kind of strengthen again. So they're going to pulse through the course of the afternoon. Here we are, scattered showers and thunderstorms developing right around the lunch hour, and then kind of becoming more widespread through the heart of the afternoon. The widespread shower and thunderstorm activity is going to continue as we head into the evening. Again, some of this activity could be stronger, marginally severe, with some heavy rain, some gusty winds, and in storms that are able to build tall enough, maybe a little bit of hail thrown into the mix as well. Opportunities for rain are going to continue through the overnight and then early into your Sunday morning, Sunday service, Sunday breakfast. Have some sort of a plan for those things. Maybe grab an umbrella as you head out the door, and then keep the umbrella handy through Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. Many of us will dry out through the overnight, early into Monday morning, but then as we head into Monday afternoon and Monday evening, once again, the umbrella is going to be needed for some. Temperatures currently sitting in the mid-80s. We drop into the lower 70s as we head into the overnight. Many of us are going to be quiet, but a passing shower certainly can't be ruled out late tonight or early tomorrow morning. 90 degrees on Saturday, 85 degrees on Sunday. Again, Saturday, our FOX54 weather impact alert day. We're going to be below average this weekend. Just a couple of degrees below average on Saturday, well below average on Sunday, 85 degrees. Averages right around 92 or 93. 84. That's kind of nice for mid-July, 84 degrees Monday and Tuesday, 88 next Wednesday and Thursday, 89 next Friday. I think we're going to begin to see some improving conditions next Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Rain chances are going to drop off and we'll get more sunshine.
The weekend is here, and so are the events. If you're looking for a way to enjoy your weekend with family or friends, you're in the right place. Give your weekend some color and celebrate the summer at Huntsville Parks and Rec's annual Color Jam Family Run and Walk. This event is at John Hunt Park Festival Grounds starting at 9 a.m. And guess what? It's free and open to all ages. You can run or walk a paved course while having multicolored powder rained on you along the way. There will also be a DJ, giveaway, and concessions. After the run, cool down at Huntsville Fire Rescue's rinse-off station. Online registration is still open. On-site check-in starts at 8 a.m. Space Camp alum, listen up. Space Camp Alumni Reunion Weekend kicks off tonight with the Hall of Fame dinner. 4 outstanding alumni will be inducted into the Space Camp Hall of Fame, and then tomorrow there will be an alumni town hall followed by an astronaut lunch. And the weekend ends off tomorrow night with a movie night. All alumni weekend events take place at the U.S. Space and Rocket Center. And finally, the City Lights and Stars concert series is back at Bird on the Mountain. The season marks the concert series' 33rd season. Local and regional talent is set to take the Eisenberg Gazebo stage. Tomorrow's performer is none other than Stanley Dan, a 9-member Steely Dan tribute band. They also play Aretha Franklin, Sade, Al Green, and Amy Winehouse. Food trucks will be on site, and you're encouraged to bring blankets and chairs. Tickets are on sale now, and the show starts at 6 p.m. Now, of course, if none of these events are your style, go to fox54.com for a full list of this weekend's happenings. Huntsville Animal Services is giving residents extra time to meet adoptable furry friends with a special late-night event tonight. The shelter will host its late-night adoptions from now to 10 p.m. Staff will offer one-on-one help, answer questions, and guide visitors through the adoption process as they work to connect more animals with families during the busy season. HAS encourages you to stop by, even if it's just to meet the adorable furry friends.
Who got the intangibles to make them a pro? So I think that's kind of what I can give the kids.
One former Lee High School general is giving back to young athletes once again as Trey Day returns. We head to Milton Frank Stadium, next in sports.
Fox 54 Plus has your news, sports, and weather. Start your evening with Fox 54 at 5:30, delivering the latest headlines and live reports straight from the scene. Then stay informed with Fox 54 News at 9. Featuring your Tennessee Valley certified most accurate weather impact team, tracking everything from tornado threats to traffic delays during severe weather. Fox 54 Sports Extra brings you more of what sports fans crave, with deeper insights, expert analysis, and all the action that matters most. On Fox 54 Plus, you'll also find Alabama politics, plus 24/7 weather radar and real-time forecasts to keep you ahead of the storm. Looking for a quick recap? Don't miss Fox 54 Week in Review, highlighting the biggest stories of the week. Jumpstart your morning with Morning Rush. Fast-paced news updates, featured with uplifting stories from across the globe. Get your entertainment fix with Getting Real, where we break down movie reviews, top 10 lists, and spotlight the newest film. Die Hard fan? Locked On Sports dives deep into the Crimson Tide, the Tigers, college rivalries, and pro action. True crime warrior style? Killer Cases brings you gripping real-life stories that stick with you. Hungry for more? Cooking with Style serves up mouth-watering recipes that are easy to make and impossible to resist. From movie previews before you head to the theater with Take a Look, to must-know headlines from across the region and around the world with In the News. Watch all of these shows on demand and also on the Fox 54 News app, available on Android and iOS devices, streaming 24/7.
Paying it forward. It's what one former Huntsville standout has done for now 4 years as Trey Day returns to the field. For former NFL wide receiver Chester Trey Rogers.
It's my favorite time of the year, being able to come back, pour into the kids, give them a platform, and, give them a fan base and a team that believes in them.
The former Lee High School standout is bringing back his annual Trey Day weekend in the form of a football camp. This year features roughly 100 athletes early in their careers. Rogers says he never had something like this growing up.
I had to kind of, look out to external type of inspirations through YouTube and just different people in the league to get inspiration. To give these kids this first hand up front, I think is important. At the end of the day, it's the intangibles that separate you. Everybody got talent, everybody got speed and strength, but who got the intangibles to make them a pro? So I think that's kind of what I can give the kids.
Whatever knowledge we are able to gain out here in the world, it's always best when you can come back and give it. It's useless if it's not handed down. So, I'm telling them everything that I know. I'm not coaching them any different.
Yes, sir! Houston Texans defensive assistant Jay Simpson is one of the coaches at this year's event. It's his first Trey Day weekend.
I've known Trey since he was born, so he's family to me. All of the obligations that we have, we can never lose sight of the future of the youth. So just wanted to come out here, lend my support to him, and also, have some fun with the youth.
BCI Sports Performance and Fitness is where Rogers trained in the early stages of his career, according to owner Andy McCloy. He says it's the chance of mentorship for the talent on the field.
Youth athletes need people that care about the whole person. So this is an opportunity to get out here and not only share the wisdom and experience that we have when it comes to speed and agility, but to mentor and connect with youth athletes as well.
This isn't the end of the Trey Day tradition. Rogers says he's excited for the event to return for its 5th year, with some big announcements for the next Trey Day weekend coming soon. From Milton Frank Stadium in Huntsville, Gabe Glassman, Fox 54 Sports.
Coming up on Fox 54 News at 9, after the HOA voted to keep the geese, neighbors stepped up with a plan they hope can change the conversation. Fox 54's Caleb Aguayo takes us to the neighborhood where a group of residents have reported for duty. A special late-night event at Huntsville Animal Services is giving busy schedules a break and more adoptable pets a chance to meet their future families. Fox 54 takes you to Huntsville Animal Services. And Space Camp alums are in the Rocket City for the kickoff of this year's Space Fest tonight. And Fox 54 takes you right to the party. We'll have these stories and more for you tonight on Fox 54 News at 9. Before we let you go, Florida's annual Python Challenge is now underway in the Everglades. Hunters are looking to kill invasive Burmese pythons, which were introduced to the area through the pet trade decades ago. State wildlife officials say the snakes pose a significant threat. That's because they have few predators and frequently prey upon native wildlife. It's a 10-day competition, runs through July 19th, with the first place hunter netting a $10,000 grand prize. This actually reminds me, last week, I believe, online, a number of us had said in the newsroom we saw it, but like what appeared to be a python-sized snake in Athens on a golf course. I'm still trying to see, was that real?
I see, either A, it was AI, and very good AI at that.
Right.
Or B, it was somebody's pet, because the thing was massive. Now, every now and again, you always wonder if you're in the place you're meant to be. And several years ago, several at this point, I had the opportunity to move to Florida. And I'm very glad that I did not take said opportunity, because I was not aware that pythons just kind of roamed free in the state of Florida. And maybe it's limited to the Everglades, but I think I'm gonna forever and always steer clear of the state of Florida, unless maybe it involves the beach.
Well, given that I am from Florida and I'm a native, I feel offended, but that's okay, because we have falling iguanas and gators, which we've also seen here in North Alabama.
Look, there's nothing fun about that. The iguanas fall from the sky and the pythons run free.
You know, the wildlife.
It is.
All right, we'll see you all later tonight at 9. Have a good evening.